The year was 1974 when the iconic three-dimensional puzzle first saw the light of day. At that time, Hungarian architecture professor Erno Rubik made it out of few wooden blocks and paper clips. His aim was to show his students the principles of three-dimensional space. When Rubik assembled the cube for the first time, he put stickers of different colors on each side of the cube to help him navigate a puzzle. Little did he know that after scrambling the cube, he would not be able to put it back to its original state. It is said that it took him a whole month to put the cube back together. And just like that, the world's best-selling toy was invented. People all over the world wanted to buy this cube, or at least touch it. And from here, our story begins. Jessica Friedrich was born in 1963 in Ostrava, Czechoslovakia. Jessica was only 11 years old when the Rubik's Cube was invented. However, she didn't actually see the cube for the first time until she was 16. She was landed by a boy who managed to solve it in under a minute, which was very fast for the time. Unfortunately, she obviously couldn't keep the boy's cube. I was hooked since the first moment I saw this absolutely unique combination of simplicity and ingenuity. There was no need to explain what needs to be done with it. A self-explanatory, remarkably difficult puzzle, she said. Since it was pretty difficult to get a cube during communism in Czechoslovakia, she invented her own system of solving the cube long before she actually owned it. Finally, she managed to get her own cube. It took her several hours to solve the cube for the first time, but it was worth it. She started learning a layer-by-layer method she found in Czech magazine, which was already quite advanced. During her senior year in high school, she and her friend Luděk Marek discovered that when using the usual Führer formula to create a cross on the third layer, all the stickers orient correctly if the T-shape is on top before the algorithm is executed. Jessica started to wonder if there's an algorithm for every single case on the third layer. That would mean that there'd be only 2 algorithms needed in a single solve for solving the whole last layer. She vehemently started to working on creating the algorithms. She invented these algorithms which she started to learn to road. After 6 months, she was averaging 35 seconds. At the end of summer 1981, the Rubik's Cube finally reached Czechoslovakia. Jessica and her friend Luděk Marek started participating in local school competitions, but they always left others far behind. She said she didn't know anyone in her neighborhood with whom she could compete. In 1992, she won the first national championship, and as a prize, she received a ticket to Budapest where the first world championship was gonna happen. During that time, she became a local celebrity. She was getting letters begging her to divulge her secret formula. Most of the people were disappointed when they found out that the system was quite complicated and required a lot of memorization and practice. She decided to publish her method in the magazine Mladý svět. A funny story happened to her on a train. A guy was sitting across from her playing with the cube. She asked him what method he's been using. He said he used the Friedrich method. "Did you really learn all the algs?" she asked. "No, that's too much for me," he replied. "Well, then you don't actually use the full potential of the system," she said. The guy disbelievingly looked at Jessica asking, "What's your method then?" She smiled and responded, "I use the Friedrich method too, because I'm Friedrich." In 1982, Jessica got to compete in the first World Championship. The rules for speedcubing weren't so polished back then. For instance, competitors weren't allowed to use their own cubes, and they got a stock, unused nor set up Rubik's brands. In total, speedcubers from 19 countries attended this event. If you are interested, you can check this video of the first World Championship. If you are a cuber, you will find a lot from that video mind-blowing. Jessica is a great woman, currently living in New York State, teaching at Binghamton University. Without her, the CFOP method would maybe not look like it does today and probably would not be so widely popularized.